Universal Studios tour. Hop on board. Move all the way to the right-hand side. Now, if you're traveling with a small child, small girlfriend, small boyfriend, you do not touch the ground. Move towards the center of the tram. Or hold on to your loved ones so they don't fall off. We don't want that today. Folks, welcome aboard. My name is Brandon, and I'm going to be your tour guide for the next 45 minutes to an hour, and look a little something like this. Hello, hola, how are we doing today? Good, thumbs up is good. I'm wearing my shades. Do you guys have your 3D glasses? Excellent. You'll need them for King Kong and Fast and Furious. If you do not have them, raise those hands up in the air like a crazy person. Do a little dance. Get the attention of one of our lovely studio tour ambassadors. Because otherwise, those interactions will be quite blurry. You might get nauseous. We don't want that today. Now, Kim is our awesome driver. What's up, Kim? Can we give it up for Kim? Woo! Kim! Without Kim, we wouldn't move. So she's very important to this operation. Any first-timers today on the tour, raise his hands. That's true. Me too. Let's see what happens. Cross your fingers. Hope for the best. Now, we do film a whole bunch of TV shows like The Mindy Project, The Voice. We do some active filming going on today for Home and Family. It's a Hallmark Channel show that's hosted by Debbie Montgomery, Mark Silas. So when we pop in that area, this is going to come up on your screens. Feel free to talk amongst yourselves, but I will be going off microphone. But we're moving, so take a look to your left-hand side. Look inside of the video. See you later. Adios. We'll be back in about an hour. And besides Kim, helping me out today is an awesome co-host. He is rather famous. You might know him from Saturday Night Live on The Tonight Show. His name is Mr. Jimmy Fallon.
Oh, hey there. You made it. Welcome to the Universal Studio Tour. I'm Jimmy Fallon. I'll be making sure that you get through this experience in one piece. You got the very best guy.
Brayden.
And the greatest driver.
Kim.
They're the best. I love them. Even though
Brayden
owes me $5. I know you guys are excited to get on the tour, but first, a few safety rules.
Alright folks, so when the tram is moving, all you have to do is stay put, and in case of an emergency, that means that you're not feeling too well, video or audio isn't working, or you drop something, go ahead and pull that cord above you. It'll make a complete stop when it's safe to do so. There are lots of sudden movements, so you might want to hold on to all of your purses, your babies, your backpacks, especially your babies. You don't want them rolling off the tram. That would just be the worst. Also, lots of water effects, so all those nice fancy cameras, you might want to shield them because they might get ruined. Also, no selfie sticks at any time. I guess they're a little dangerous. And no smoking, just because this is not Las Vegas, right? Excellent, we're on the same page. It's super easy. But not that, that's out of the way. We can actually start the tour by taking a little gander to your right-hand side. Now, beyond this beautiful shrubbery is the San Fernando Valley, which is home to a lot of huge studios like Warner Brothers, ABC, Disney in the distance. But just between you and me, who cares about them today, right? They're awesome, but we're cool too, because you're Universal. And in the over 100 years that we've been open, we've done a lot of stuff. TV shows, music videos, featured films. And as we go down this hill, you will see a few of the thousands of movies that we produce. The movie poster for on both sides of the train. Now, I myself, I'm a little bit of a movie buff, so I kind of want to gauge your movie knowledge to see what we're working with. So bonus points. That way you can tell me what classic black and white Universal film this is from.
I have the room ready for you, Mrs. Barrington. Thank you, Will.
Did you hear that? Mrs. Barrington.
Not quite, darling, but soon. Make sure that we are not disturbed.
Now at this point you guys are smart cookies. You probably realize that there's a familiar face in the center of your screens. and it is Mr. Jimmy Fallon. Now, Jimmy is awesome, but he is not a classic movie star, which means that this is not a classic movie. So I lied to you a tiny bit. I wasted your time, but I wanted to show you what the inside of a soundstage looks like, because we have over 28 of them on our front lot that we're about to pass. This scene took place in Stage 20, just a few years ago. Now, speaking of sound stages, the very first one that we're going to see is Stage 12, home to a very popular NBC singing competition show, The Voice, hosted by Carson Daly. If you're watching this new season, you know we have brand new coaches, Miley Cyrus and Alicia Keys.
Carson Daly from NBC's The Voice. I want to welcome you to the Universal Front Lot. Our show is filmed on Stage 12. It happens to be the largest soundstage on the Universal lot.
That's right. Here it is to your left-hand side, home to huge productions because of its size, classics like Frankenstein, big blockbusters like Jurassic Park. As you're around the corner from the largest soundstage to the busiest, to our left you have stages 25, 24, 23, and 22. Now, until recently, they all used to belong to CSI, Crime Scene Investigation. That show starred Ted Danson and Elizabeth Shue, but it's come to a close, so some newer TV shows have started filming their second seasons, like Colony on USA with Josh Holloway. They filmed to our left in stage 25. Also, Superstore on NBC with America Ferrera. They filmed in stages 22 and 23. Now, these stages are awesome because they're over 98% soundproof, and those giant doors on the side of the stages, some of them are open, so you can actually get a little sneak peek inside, see how massive the interior is. Those doors, by the way, called elephant doors, because in the days of silent picture, we legitimately used to have a zoo in the lot, so we could house elephants, giraffes, the whole menagerie. Superstore, if you do watch Cloud 9, all of those interior scenes take place to our left-hand side in stages 22 and 23. Although those red flashing lights are on, they're called wigwag lights. It means I need to be quiet. Left-hand side, we do have stage 27, which is home to the Mindy Project on Hulu. Stars Mindy Kaling and Ike Barinholtz. These are not to huge productions. Classics like Frankenstein, blockbusters, Jurassic Park. Subject of TV shows, it's not TV networks, because we have a very big family of networks. NBC Universal, very big company. Going to try to name it right now. Now we have networks like NBC, E, USA, Sci-Fi, Bravo, Telemundo, The Golf Channel, CNBC, MSNBC, The Weather Channel, Oxygen Network, Esquire Network, and NBC Sports, just to name a few. Now we do some brand new TV shows that have started. One of them is called The Good Place. It's with Kristen Bell and Ted Danson. Started a few weeks ago. And TV. Very quick, right? It actually takes 1 week to make one episode of television, which is very different from film, which takes months to years to produce. You have seen some trailers kind of scattered about our stages. It's where stars go in between their takes, learn their lines, get a kidnapping during work days. Speaking of stars, here's one to your left. He is furry, and his name is Ted. He's drinking a martini. It's a little early for that. Shame, Ted. Shame. Now just beyond him are these cute little bungalows, which are the old school version of trailers. So in the days of hit Hollywood contract players like Lucille Ball and Doris Day, when they were required to be on set for much more extensive periods of time, this is where they come and hang out. And today they're home to a lot of huge producers, directors, writers' offices, including the folks who brought you those adorable minions, Illumination Entertainment.
Hi, I'm Chris Meledandri, the founder of Illumination Entertainment. Our animation company has brought you films like Despicable Me and The Lorax.
That sounds amazing!
At Illumination, we make it our mission to tell stories that take you to new worlds and introduce you to characters you'll fall in love with again and again. We're thrilled to bring you a new film called The Secret Life of Pets. Have you ever wondered what your pets do all day while you're away from home? Well, now you'll get to find out.
Now, one of my favorite bungalows is actually coming up on the left. It's 5195, which belongs to the De Laurentiis Productions Company today. Recently, they worked on Hannibal on NBC, but it's actually the old office of a very famous director, Alfred Hitchcock, known for Rear Window, Psycho, Vertigo, The Birds. As we pass the bungalow, you can see his profile to the right-hand side of the door, and see if you can spot him at a lot of the cameos that he made. A whole bunch of its movies. We will be passing some high-tech sound stages, by the way. They're constructing to our left for Hairspray Live, which is coming to NBC this December. It stars Kristen Chenoweth, Ariana Grande, Derek Huff, Mark Short, Jennifer Hudson, and newcomer Manny Bellio. Now, Hitchcock did a lot of stuff in his day, but he actually never won an Oscar. But luckily, we have a lot of Oscar winners in the universe. These are just a few. Mindy Project, by the way, is prepping production in our Metro sets, the left. I'll be crossing on New York Street in a few moments.
Hi. I love poetry. And adventure. And I'm great with people. I have kids.
You never really understand a person until you consider things from his point of view.
Now, as you go up the hill, you will see our New York Street to the left-hand side, used for TV shows like American Ninja Warrior, The Mindy Project, CSI, NCSI. Also, lots of huge movies like Captain America, The First Avenger, as well as Transformers. However, if you have those 3D glasses, you might want to get them ready because it's time for some King Kong 360 3D.
It's the original King Kong that made me want to do it. I saw that movie on TV when I was about 8 or 9. I like films that just take you away from your real life and sweep you up an adventure. Kong literally does that. I mean, you're on board the ship, you're sailing to a lost island, you're encountering monsters and creatures from, you know, prehistoric times. So I was thrilled when Universal invited me back to Skull Island, and it's great to have you along the ride. He really put a lot of thought into the character and personality of Kong. He's so much more than a monster. In fact, he's not a monster, he is an incredibly majestic, ancient creature. He's a force of nature. He's bold, he's wise, he's proud, he's fierce, and obviously he has a heart. The most important feature with Kong are his eyes. Kong's eyes are wonderfully expressive. They're full of emotion. His eyes are like a window into his personality. He's had an enormous number of encounters with his foes, the T-Rexes and the various dinosaurs on Skull Island. So he's been beaten up, scarred, chewed up, spat out by these dinosaurs at various times, and he wears the scars of a lot of
Now, ladies and gentlemen, no standing throughout King Kong 360 3D, and I do have a question for you. Are you ready? Okay, that was alright, but it was a little sad. It wanted to take too crowded. Are you ready? Okay, and welcome to Stone That is one of the world's largest 3D experiences. Screen, by the way, over 40 feet tall and 180 feet wide. Peter Jackson actually teamed up with his Reddit digital team. They're pretty fancy because they won 5 Oscars for their digital effects. Movies like The Lord of the Rings trilogy, Avatar. Oh, by the way, if you guys are wearing those 3D glasses, technically you don't have to. Look at the world. It's in 3D. But if you want to wear them, you do you.
There's creatures coming at them. We're seeing Kong from this side and the T-Rexes from the other side. Working on a movie, we always know what the straight other shot we're working on. Here you have to take account that people are looking at conditions. Also, one of the things about this live unit games that we're working on is no cuts. Because it's one giant shot. This tram driving along through Skull Island is where the camera's from. This ring represents where the screen is 10 meters away. Creation about 50 minutes of footage. That amount of visual information, that number of pixels, because you have to do it's a hell of a run.
Now the very tram that you guys are sitting in, you just saw in King Kong 360 3D. It's what we call a picture car, which is any sort of vehicle seen in a television show or music video or feature film. We're actually moments away from our most famous picture cars, movies like Fast and the Furious, Back to the Future, and the Flintstones. So now's a good time to get those cameras ready, because down here, there's absolutely nothing. Lots of tables, and chairs, you will be very disappointed. But starting us off with the Ford Cobra kit car from Knight Rider, in about 20 seconds on the left-hand side, you'll see our famous picture cars. And take as many pictures as you want. Just no standing, because I don't want you to end up like this lady. Ooh. Now, a lot of our picture cars, by the way, are completely hollow. That's so that they can attach them to the motion control machines for those awesome stunts for movies like The Fast and the Furious. Speaking of the Fast and the Furious, one of the most popular franchises of all time, currently filming Fast and Furious 8 as we speak. Transformers sink to the left, not made of metal, but wood. The more you know. And we did have two newer picture cars, the Jeep and the Gyrosphere from Jurassic World. Stars Chris Pratt, Bryce Dallas Howard, and if that's any indication of where we're heading, I think I hear dinosaurs.
Welcome to Jurassic World.
As we head on over to Isla Nublar, you will see a whole bunch of our mobile labs that we preserved from The Lost World with Julian Moore. That's the second film in the franchise. They'll be on the left, lots of dinosaur cages coming up on the right. However, they have been a little empty all morning, which means there's like a 99.9% chance that they're out of their cages. And they may or may not spit water. So you have been warned. I love the Jurassic Park movies for we have company. I tried to warn you. Cop 2, you're next. I do love the Jurassic Park movies for a lot of reasons, but they actually do a really good job of manipulating women. Goats are flying, it's a whole thing. They're not so scary if it were sunny like it is right now, right? So while we're on the subject of weather, let's consult a weather professional, Al Roker from the Today Show. I want to know what the forecast is looking like, Al.
Hi everybody, here's today's forecast for the Universal Backlot. It's going to be sunny and dry at 6 Points, Texas. Cool and foggy at Lady York. Expect snow and sleet on New York Street.
Oh, wait.
We've got a high chance of fog and precipitation for Skull Island, Amity Island, Island New York. That's the forecast for today. Here's a look at what's going on.
Welcome to Old Mexico, a staple on our backlot. Al apparently seems to think there's a flash of leather or something, but I have no idea what he's talking about, because it's so nice. It's beautiful, whole bunch of classics, like Three Amigos with Steve Martin, Chevy Chase, Martin Short film out here. Speaking of Chevy, episodes of Community with Chevy Chase, Joe McHale, what is that? Or should I say, Thunder, Lightning, am I hallucinating? Muy interesante. What was I saying? Oh yeah, speaking of Chevy, episodes of Community. That's right now. What is that? Episodes of Community. Chevy Chase, Joe McHale, and Allison Brie come down here. While we're on the subject of TV, the Showtime show Shameless. Do you feel that? Something is out there. There's a rumpy temper sensation to the left outside the track. And spoiler alert, I think it's a massive flash flood. I was right. See drive. And within 5 seconds creates this effect from movies like Big Fat Liar, The Frankie Venus, and Amanda Bynes. Oh, gee, I'm out.
You can't have us a wolf, kid! Guess what we got that?
A little Nacho Libre for you. That's the left-hand side with Jack Black. Nacho! Right-hand side, those arches used as Asia for the film Hawk with Russell Brand and Kelly Cuoco. But we're actually going to hop on down to the Old West as we're headed to 6 Points, Texas, where in the heyday of the Western, you can shoot up to 6 Westerns in one day. That's the name.
This town ain't big enough for the both of us, Jimmy Fallon.
Well, I ain't going anywhere, Jimmy Fallon.
Now look here. Nice folks in this tram don't want no trouble. They just want to check out 6 Points, one of the oldest sets on the Universal line.
I hear this is where John Wayne and Jimmy Stewart shot a few of their westerns.
That's right. That's where I aim to shoot you.
Looks like we got ourselves a Mexican standoff. Lucky shot.
Now what say you mount up and get out of town while the getting's good?
All right. Well, I'll see you again, Fallon.
Oh, you can count on it, Fallon. Now get.
This is the beginning of a beautiful friendship.
We just have to talk it out, that's all.
Now, 6 Points, Texas has been used for TV shows like Westworld, which just premiered on HBO last night, also Castle and The Mindy Project, movies like The Color Purple, and a whole bunch of your favorite cowboys. What is it down these parts? Jimmy, John. A strange steel contraption is approaching on our left-hand side. Also seen on your screens, our underwater tank, which has been used for TV shows like Seinfeld, the scene where Kramer crosses the Hudson River, movies like Dragnet, Tom Hanks, Dan Aykroyd. Fill it up with a whole bunch of water, actors jump inside, and then we hover the camera above or latch it to those side panels, which will open up to glass to capture scenes like this one.
I found the snake!
Now, speaking of important bodies of water, to our right-hand side approaching is our park lake, but you might know it as a whole bunch of scary movies, like The Creature from the Black Lagoon, Psycho films here. And it also happens to be home to the miniatures for the film King Kong. So the SS Venture, which is the ship on your screen that they took to Skull Island, as well as Skull Island itself, looks a little intimidating, but they're actually teeny tiny. They're miniature. They're fashioned with fog machines and lighting instruments. Then they cut to what they shot on the sound stage for all of the action. And they cut back to the miniatures, which look awesome. Sound stage. Miniatures. So we will be rolling up to those miniatures in just a moment. We will be at the exact eye level of where the camera was placed, so sea level. So behind the scenes on your screens, or the real-life Skull Island approaches. By the way, car one, if you want to bring those purses or backpacks up from the ground onto your lap, might be safe, just because we will be at sea level. Water tends to leak into the tram sometimes. Don't want to ruin your belongings. Also, Home and Family is on the other side of Park Lake. We'll be going into that quiet zone in just a few moments. Movie magic. Ta-da! Let's make it a little more epic. Dramatic music. Yeah. Now we will be passing by Little Europe, which is one of my favorite spots on our backlot. Recently used for The Good Place. It's been completely renovated for that TV show with Kristen Bell and Ted Danson. It's going to be on our left-hand side of the tram. A whole bunch of Disney movies like Pirates of the Caribbean, The Muppets filmed here, Princess Aries 2, This is Genovia with Anne Hathaway, Cinderella with Bernadette Peters, Brandy, and other TV shows like Curb Your Enthusiasm and The Mindy Project. However, I will be going into that quiet zone for just a short period of time, because Home and Family is filming on the other side over here. In this house, it's hosted by Debbie Mountain-Knockbuss and Marty Styles. Before we go a little more, we can talk a little more. Now, the Monster movie was actually born in our Court of Miracles, which is directly in the center of our Little Europe. That's where all those Igloo Villages scenes took place.
The monster! He's in the woods! Get out the black house! Raise all the men you can, lock the women indoors, and wait for me. I'm ready! Go! Your position, go!
Family filming on the other side to our left, beyond these trailers, Debbie Mountain-Knockbuss, Mark Stein's host, Daytime Tasha. I'll see you all on stage 50. Folks, I can talk again. Welcome to Stage 50. If you're a fan of Bones with Emily Deschanel and David Boreanaz on Fox, it might look a little familiar to you.
Look this week.
He looks very upset.
When I talked to him, he said they got him in his arms.
You guys with the FBI?
Yeah, we heard about the human remains.
That's him. Right over there.
Alright.
So as you can see, Stage 50, currently set to be an underground subway scene. All of our props, by the way, are placed here by our awesome set designers. It takes a very long time to make sure that everything on set looks exactly as it should. depending on what the script calls for. So one of those things is location. Wait. Pauses there. So as we're saying, one of those things is location. Testing 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Breathe in. And out. We survive. Oh no, some flames are on the inside. I'm on the window. Let's get out of here. I can't see it. Oh, that's enough of that. Alright. It's safe to say that you guys appreciate Survivor Picture Thing 1. One of our great big mechanical effects on the back line. Now that is a machine, right? So it's safe, it's sound effects, they're going to do exactly what we tell it to do. And it looks really cool on TV. Here it is. Same episode of Bones.
What's going on?
Alright, so you guys get the idea. We don't technically need to relive that. We've already done it once. Pretty anxiety-ridden. But to our left-hand side, this is the oldest street on the entire backline, Denver Street. And just beyond it, an adorable little town of Amity Island from a very famous romantic comedy, Jaws. Now, years ago, the poor folks of Amity had a bit of a shark problem, but these days, my good friend George is in the water, patrolling, make sure everybody is safe and sound. And you guys seem cool, so I'm going to introduce you, alright? One moment, please. Hey, George! Are you out there? Can you hear me? Come to the tram. Now keep those eyes peeled. If you see ripples in the water, that's George. Come to the tram, George. Oh, you see him? George, tram, George. Oh no. That over there. The big old shark. I'm not gonna die. One George plus one shark equals disaster, right? George, get out of the water! Throw away from the shark, what are you doing? Oh no. You have to swim faster. In the opposite direction. You fool. No, what is happening? You can do it, George. George, wait. Bye-bye. And we're going to do the same. I don't like this at all. You get a lot of heebie-jeebie feelings to the right-hand side of the train. In fact, my spotty senses are tingling. And I don't mean to alarm you, but does anyone else feel or see what is happening over there? No me gusta. I know what you're thinking. That shark. He looks so cool. It's not really, I don't know, it's screams back there. Like little babies. That's adorable. And he does have a name, by the way. It's Bruce. However, on the first day of production, they were so mad at Bruce, they nicknamed the entire thing Flies, because he sinks straight down to the bottom of the Atlantic Ocean. Wah, wah.
That's a much maligned shark. It's a shark that's frustrated. It didn't really work over time. It didn't work hardly at all. Wherever you go on the island, you'll always see the dragon not working.
like a lot.
Now to your left-hand side, that is also another famous coastal town of Cabot Cove, on a very successful TV show, Murder, She Wrote. Lasted for 12 full seasons. Starred Angela Lansbury. It's also a nice example of a nice neighborhood because we have some fancy ones that we're going to be passing. Elm Street to our left has been used for TV shows like The Mindy Project, as well as Parenthood, lots of classic movies like To Kill a Mockingbird, and directly on our right is our Chicken Ranch, which has been seen in so many TV shows like Quantum Leap, movie musicals. Now we're Colonial Street to our left-hand side, a whole bunch of classics like The Bunsters, the Hardy Boys filter, also known as Wisteria Lane on Desperate Housewives. Now we're not going up on it today because they're prepping production for the Mindy Project, but as you can tell, very traditional neighborhood, which is, sorry, one second. Studio Tour to Security, are you there?
This is security. What's going on, Studio Tour?
What's up, it's Brandon and Kim. We're just bypassing Wisteria Lane. There's a weird black Charger chilling outside with no license plate. Thought you should know.
Okay, Tour. I'll send someone down to check it out ASAP.
Excellent. What was I saying? Oh, yes.
Studio Tour.
Yeah.
Looks like we might have an issue. I'm patching you into Agent Novak from the FBI.
What?
I'm sorry to interrupt your fun, but we've got video surveillance on that Charger you all saw. We ran it through the system, and the driver has been positively identified as Dominic Toretto. I've been tracking this guy for a while. He's a hardened criminal. He's likely armed, and he's definitely dangerous. My men and I are on our way to apprehend him right now. If you see him, don't be a hero. Don't engage him. Just keep a safe distance and report any further sightings to studio security immediately. We'll handle it from there.
Alright, so I'm not sure what that's about, but I do know one thing. We're going to Whoville right now, y'all. And the very same set piece is on your screen for How the Birds Stole Christmas rolling up on your right. Over 2 million feet of linear styrofoam used for these pieces. And those poor Who's, as cute as they were, had really weird neighbors. Grinch was one of them. The other one, a little more suspect. Kind of a psycho. Yes. We're going to do the scariest set pieces in all of Hollywood. The Bates Motel in the Psycho House from the film Psycho. Stars Janet Leigh and Anthony Perkins, directed by Alfred Hitchcock. Now, this is a maze that they've constructed for Halloween Horror Nights. Just started a few weekends back, running all the way through October until November. Come back, check it out. And just above, the scary Psycho House. Now, you never know if Norman is lurking. Always have to be on your toes.
We all go a little mad sometimes.
Now we're going to mosey on away from Creeper Town, Psycho House to our left-hand side, and you might want to get those cameras ready, because just beyond it, a very impressive crash site from the film War of the Worlds, directed by Steven Spielberg.
The airplane crash site set is a perfect example of a set that is all designed around the vision of Steve.
You forget to sit down to talk about the War of the Worlds. I thought, what if the 747 goes down right in a big neighborhood? Because it's just something you don't see.
You're doing good. So you close your eyes, okay? Got them closed?
Robbie, get in. Get in.
Now we're going to mosey on away, and forward to one of my favorite spots, our Falls Lake, which is home to the world's largest freestanding blue screen. Huge productions like Hunger Games, Catching Fire filmed over there to your right. Also Inception, Leonardo DiCaprio and Ellen Page. Recently, Beyonce used it for a Formation music video, and it's really easy to...
This might be more serious than I thought. What just happened? This is a secure line. Who are you?
I don't know, I was talking.
I'll tell you who I am, boy. I'm the reason bad guys use a nightlight. I'm the reason the boogeyman begs his mama to look under his bed. And I'm the reason you just lost control of this whole operation. My name is Special Agent Luke Hobbs of the U.S. Diplomatic Security Service. And as of 16.9 seconds ago, I'm the man in charge.
The hell you are?
Let me clue you in on two things, sweet cheeks. One, there's a high-value witness from the Federal Protection Program aboard your vehicle. And two, an international crime syndicate led by Owen Shaw is honing in on this vehicle to take that witness out. Shaw's as ruthless as they come, and he'll stop at nothing to eliminate his target. Every living soul on this vehicle is in serious danger. Other than that, enjoy the ride.
This is not your jurisdiction.
It is now, stink pickle.
I'm so tired of you state guys stepping in just whenever you feel like.
Mute him.
Don't you...
That's better. We're moving your vehicle to a safe location until we have the situation under control. Until then, I want everybody to stay calm. Enjoy the ride. I'm taking care of business. Hobbs out.
Alright, so you heard the dude. We're going to be hiding inside the street racer hangout for just a short period of time. Then we will continue the tour in a few moments. Now please remain seated throughout Fast and Furious Supercharged. And you might want to hold on to your...
Mona Lisa got messed up a little bit, but it's all good. We got through it. Y'all held us down. Appreciate it.
They say the bigger the family, the stronger it is. You guys be good out there. You're welcome to join our crew anytime.
And just like that, we are winding down the tour today, folks. In fact, the park closes at 8 tonight, so you still have lots of time to go check out those rides. If Harry Potter is ever too long, you can just go down to the lower line. Personally, my favorite anyway, Jurassic Park, The Mummy, Transformers. It's really fun. Best show hands down, too, is Waterworld. It's really a good show. And especially towards the nighttime, because there's lots of pyrotechnics involved, so it's fun. And here, to your right-hand side, is your martini shot of the tour. It's a very nice shot of my blue. Yours is a beautiful panoramic view of the San Fernando Valley. You can see Warner Brothers all the way in the distance. It's beautiful mountains. It's like the perfect temperature right now. So nice. Now, by the way, those lovely 3D glasses you've been holding on to, you can please recycle them for us in the blue bins on your way off of the tram. And any questions about show times or wait times, there's a giant red board with red lettering. It'll be your best friend up to date on virtually everything. Myself, our driver Kim, and Jimmy, thank you so much for coming aboard today. World Campus Universal Studios tour. Wait till the tram comes to a complete stop, the sign gates are lifted. Enjoy the rest of your day. That's a wrap. Stay happy. We're trying. Next Waterworld is at 2:30.